A couple of weeks back, when we were looking at adding images to Google Slides, I talked about the need to look for images that had a transparent background. And with that in mind, I thought, well, let's go a little further and look at ways that you can manipulate images and even text a little bit today. So let's just look at some fun sites that might be helpful to you. The first one is Google Image Search. That's a good starting place to find any image that you want. And if we go to Google Image Search, and given the time of year, I'm going to search for a reindeer, and there will be so many of them. I want you to know that if you click on Tools and under Color, you will always have the option to find images with a transparent background. And if you click on there, it will take you to that option. In many cases, you'll find a transparent option in the little buttons across the top as they suggest different ways to narrow down your search. You'll see that transparent is over here as well. Either place, under color or clicking the button here, it will bring you to a page of transparent images for reindeer. Now, just because Google says it's transparent doesn't mean it's transparent. Their algorithm is looking for certain features. You need to double check. And you can double check just by clicking on an image and dragging it around. Can you see that other reindeer behind it? Yes, you can. So that's transparent. This image that has the gray and white checkered background, which usually indicates a transparent background, is not transparent. The gray and white image is also a part of it. That has become more of a screenshot than an actual transparent image. So find the one that you can drag around where you can completely see there's no background around it. Then you can download those for your work. But maybe you want to use an image that's not something you're going to find on Google. Maybe you want to use an image of your own that you have and you would like to remove some background. So I'm going to use a photo of myself to experiment for a minute. And we're going to go to remove.bg. And that's to remove the background. And I'm going to grab a photo of myself sitting on the beach, which is where I would love to be right now. And it will go through and remove the background for me. So that's what it looks like when it strips away all of the background. Now I'm going to have some editing options here. I can click and go to Erase. And I have the option to change brush sizes. And that will let me clean up just odd little bits like how my hair is poking out in a couple of places. If I really wanted to get finicky about that, I could do that and take some of that away and smooth that out. Maybe it erased something that you didn't want to erase. You can click on Restore, and wherever you drag your brush, that part of the background would be restored. You can see I'm doing that off to the side there, but I don't really want that. So I'm going to come back and erase that. But that was just to demonstrate that you could bring back a part of an image, because sometimes it will cut off a braid or a ponytail or an ear or a finger as it tries to do the work of getting rid of the background. Now, I can just download that image. It really does have a transparent background, and I could drop that into a Google Slide or a Google Drawing or whatever. I could also add my own background. Maybe I just want it to look like a school portrait or something, and so I can just drop a background in there of any color. And now it's no longer a transparent image, but it is an image without the beach in the background if I just need more of a portrait look. I could also go to Photo and add photos to the background. And here I am on a walk in the fall, and now I'm in the mountains in the winter. Let's see, here I am at the beach in the summer, all the places that I wish I could travel, but I can't. So I can pretend that I'm in all of those lovely places, and then I can download that. So that's remove.bg. But every site isn't perfect. Sometimes this just won't work as well as you want. There is another option, Photo Scissors, photoscissors.com. You can take a photo and drag it right in. This time I'll take one of me sitting at my desk at work. I can drag it in, it will upload it, and it will do its work and try to remove all the background so that I'm left just with me. Here I can resize it a little bit if I want, and I have the same options, but now I'm not going to come over here and clean it up on this side. The brush works on the original image. You can see the green as I move around there. that's part of the mask. So I can choose to mask more. Or actually, I'm undoing more. So I'm removing part of the mask, and you can see that a little bit around my head is coming back over there. Now, I want to undo those steps if I can. I can click on the eraser, and now I can erase a little bit of the hair. So anything that shows up in a normal color on this side is not showing up in the final item. So it's what's covered in green that's showing up over here. So you can do that, and you can see here it is a transparent background. I could change that, put a solid color behind it, choose the color that I like. That's the one I want. Okay, let's go red. And we're set. I could also put an image behind it. This time I would have to upload my image. They don't have any preset images, but if I had a picture of a beach or the Eiffel Tower or whatever I wanted, I could throw that in there as well. And then I can download those images. So those are 3 different options. Google Photos, Google Image Search over here, remove.bg here, and photoscissors.com here. All 3 ways to get images with transparent background. One final fun site to show you. You may not just want to be getting an image this way. You may be wanting to get some text this way. So let's go to textgiraffe.com. And that just lets you type in a very short bit of text, and then it will turn it into an interesting image for you. So you can see I've got Google Skills here because I did this earlier this morning. So let's do that again. Google Skills, I click go, and it will give me hundreds of different images using those words that all have a transparent background. So I can continue to search through all of the 10 pages until I find one that I think, well, that's just going to look really cool. So I'm going to use that in an email or in a Google slide or a Google drawing or whatever I like. When I find the one I want, I can just drag it to my desktop. And when I click and open it, now I have that item saved that I can use with any of my work. And again, with a transparent background. So hopefully those fun sites will also be helpful sites for you. And that is this week's bonus tip in our Google Skills classroom.